drip, yeah, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and I get it up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up. You see the drip, yeah, I'm fitted up.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy LJ with NoClutch Garage, and thank you for coming back to the channel and checking out this video. So what I got for you guys today is something very simple. Actually, what we're gonna do is we're gonna tune my car. As some of you guys know, my car is already tuned, but I'm gonna go ahead and take the tune completely off and show you step by step how to tune with MHD. There are a few things you're gonna need when flashing MHD. You're gonna need an OBD2 cable to USB, a USB to whatever port you have on your phone, as long as it's Android, and you're gonna need an Android phone. I myself have the Beamer Geeks cable, and you just plug it straight into your OBD port. The other end is a USB port, and that's where you would attach your little attachment that you have right here. So the USB goes in there, and this end is micro USB for me. Now you can also attach a USB-C on there and it'll work. And last but not least, you're gonna need a cell phone, and I have MHD right here. So once you have MHD open, there are a few things that you're gonna see on the menu. Flash an MHD map, flash a backend map, custom map, stock maps, operation, license store, and of course you got the user guide. If you were to buy the monitoring, you could go in there and log, look at your gauges. You can also check all your codes. You don't need a code scanner, you can use your phone to check your codes. So the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna plug this into the OBD2. If you have this particular type of cable, some lights are gonna come up. Next, you wanna connect the little dongle to the end of the USB, and then we're gonna take this and we're gonna plug it in. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna turn on the ignition. You're not gonna turn on the car, just the ignition. Quick side note, you don't need an expensive phone. This is literally like a $30 phone that I got from Walmart, and it works just fine. If you already have an Android phone, then great, you can just load it on that. So the first thing we want to do is we're going to go to the MHD license store. The MHD license is $250, just the license. It'll show up here as the flasher module, flashes MHD maps, JP4 backends, custom tunes. So you're going to want to purchase that. Like I said, that's $250. After that, you can choose to buy a monitor module if you want, which is going to give you all the gauges. And then you have your map packs. I went straight to stage 2 map. I didn't really see a need for stage 1 just because I feel like that's a waste of money. I have the downpipe for stage 2, and that's pretty much all you need. Purchase whichever map you want, and I purchased stage 2. Once you've purchased it, you're gonna go to flash an MHD map. Once you're on the MHD screen, you can choose from stage 0, which is pretty much just gonna load MHD, or stage 1, stage 2, or any of your ethanol mixes that you might have bought. If you didn't buy any of these, they're not gonna work. So for me, stage 2 are the only ones that work. So I have 91 octane, 93, 95 octane. I run straight pump, so it's gonna be 93 in my region. Press it, choose your transmission. I have the auto. And the first time, the long right is gonna take about 9 to 20 minutes. This is normal. Pretty much every time you flash after MHD is already installed, the change of maps is only gonna take about a minute. It doesn't take that long at all. Right here you have options. You can do exhaust burble, cold start noise reduction, exhaust flap open, sport mode. If you have OEM or catted downpipes and you want the sensor to read, you turn that on. But generally you want to keep this off so you don't get any CELs. If you're brave and you want to remove the top speed limiter, take that off. And this is actually something that I want to take some time to talk about. On the B58 engines, we have an air-to-water intercooler. Some people like it, some people hate it, but for me, I absolutely love it because MHD just recently put this option on here. So sport cooling mode for intercooler, what's gonna happen is the water is gonna cycle through the intercooler a lot faster and keep those IATs down. IATs are lower, your boost is better. And then the coolant target, if you have any M cars, like an M3, M4, M5, when you go into sport mode, this is actually what automatically happens in those cars. The coolant will flow through the engine. I don't know how they do it, to be honest, but I assume that the flow is going to be accelerated. So if the coolant flows faster through the engine, it's gonna cool faster. You have 3 settings. You have stock, you have performance, and then you have track. I have only used track performance once, and that's when I went to ZMAX a few weeks ago. My temperatures were low the whole time. That's pretty much what it looked like the whole time. Where usually my temperatures on the normal setting would probably hover close to there. On a track mode, it'll be right there. Performance mode, it might be around that first notch right there. So I'm gonna put it down on the performance setting because that's what I want. Once you have that, you just go back, you have all your settings exactly how you want them, and you start the long ride. So just follow the directions, make sure your lights are off and your AC is off, and it's gonna start writing the map. Right now it's telling me that it's gonna take about 17 to 18 minutes to flash. That's fine, you can just leave it in the car. Make sure you leave your keys in the car. I'll be back when this is finished. Okay, I'm back, guys, and it says that it took 18 minutes and 28 seconds. So now you have MHD stage 2. So now it's fired up. And now we're gonna take it out for a ride. All right, so we're on the street now. I've got MHD stage 2 flashed on. I can already go ahead and tell you it's night and day. Drivability is a lot better in terms of just how fast you can pick up. When I start getting on the gas, my shifts jerk a little bit. If you want to fix the shift issues, you're gonna have to flash on XHP or something like that. Let's give it a little test pull. Yeah guys, that's night and day difference. And I mean, obviously through video I can't really fully show you how different it is. Just having the flash on there, I mean, I don't have anything done to this car, to be honest. People think I have all these different things done to the car. I really don't. All I have is a downpipe, and it's not even catless. It's actually a high flow 400 cell downpipe, I think, and that's stage 2 tune. That's it. I don't even have cold air intake. Just a downpipe in the tune. Oh, that guy's gonna get pulled over.
Front 35488.
Oh, those 2 guys are gonna get pulled over. They're going fast as hell. I can say this tuning is fun, man. I mean, anyway guys, I recommend this a lot. Oh, you want to do a launch? Let's do a launch. Oh man, that's pretty brutal compared to stock. I'm not even gonna lie. That's actually a really good opportunity that we hit the stoplight when we did, so that I can do that. I think that'll give you a better representation of what actually happens when you tune the car. It's wet here because it just rained, but that was a pretty impressive launch. These transmissions are very, very good. They're sturdy. You're not gonna have any issues with it, and they're generally gonna handle whatever power you throw at them. However, they do recommend that you tune the transmission, because the transmission is capped at around, I think it's capped at around 360 pound-feet of torque. I mean, I am pushing way beyond it, just with the tune and with the downpipe. You feel the transmission pulled back a little bit, but that can be easily fixed with a transmission tune. So a lot of people ask me, what would I recommend in terms of tuning? And honestly, I've gotten into these debates before, and there's never a solid answer for that, because everybody has their own preference. But if we're just talking strictly, you know, bang for your buck, I would recommend MHD. I'm not endorsed by MHD in any way at all, but it's just what I happened to gravitate towards when it was time to tune, partly because they have a pretty good track record of tuning cars. I know there are other options out there like MHD. You also have JP4. I know that there's also DME tuning. You can go custom tune with a tuner of your choice. I picked MHD. I'm happy with it, honestly. I mean, stage 2 is rated for 470 crank, but you know, you throw a little bit of magic here and there, and you're gonna be making more than that. Generally, it's a good starting point. I would say though, if you can get someone to custom tune over it, I would definitely do that. If you really want your car to run as smoothly as it can, I would say go custom tune. And you can do that over MHD or over boot mode. You can do that pretty much over any tune. Anyway guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be doing more uploads soon. I also have a JB4 install coming up for you guys. One of the things that is really holding back this platform is fueling. And our fuel pump, even though it's better than the one on the N55, it's not really as good as the one on the new M340i's, or even as good as the ones on the M cars, but that's kind of a given. However, on these fuel pumps, you can run a small mix of ethanol, run maybe an E30, E40 mix, depending on your car. And if you want to experiment with ethanol, I would say start with low mixes. Gasoline has about 10% ethanol, so you can add, you know, 10% more or 15, you know, just something that feels right on your car. You don't want to go ahead and try to dump an E40 mix on a fuel pump that's never had E40, and then your fuel pressures drop like crazy because you didn't test it beforehand. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. I'll be having more content up soon, and definitely subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Hit the like button, leave a comment down below, tell me how I'm doing, if you're liking the content. If you're not, either way, just let me know what I can change to pretty much bring you guys the content that you want to watch. But with that being said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.